Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome to Lucid's Arizona manufacturing sites. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2026. We are looking at the new body in white for midsize there on the north end or to the right on your screen. New conveyor is under construction to take cars that have completed body in white down towards the paint shop and the body in white areas for Gravity and the Air Sedan. We are on the west side of AMP1, traveling to the south. In the background here is the paint shop and the conveyor taking cars from the paint shop to general assembly, powertrain and drivetrain assembly. As we continue south, we will see the general assembly areas, and at the end of the south is the semi-knockdown areas. And of course, Lucid has been using a lot of the parking lot on the southeast side of the factory as inventory or storage or staging lots for Air and Gravity, which we will see shortly. Just briefly, I have been enjoying my Gravity. It's a real pleasure to drive, lots of fun. Taken a few trips with it that I'll talk about later. As we continue on, we're starting to see the staging lots. You can see these are very full here. The first one, that's just a comparison to April 15th. Probably about the same number of cars there. But as we continue further to the south and compare, there's a lot more cars here today on June 10th than there were April 15th. Just a couple of different looks at the April 15th photos. And continuing on down to the furthest south staging lot here, you can see more cars again than were here on June 10th. Now we are on the south side of the factory flying to the west. Again, this is the staging lots on the east side of the factory. Continuing over the semi-knockdown area, all the cars here outside this building are probably headed for Saudi Arabia as semi-knockdown units. We can see the little test track. It looks like there's one Gravity up there on the test track. And here are the west staging lots. Again, completely full. You see cars in the gravel areas on the north side of this lot. And then as we continue to the west, we'll see that both the west and furthest west lots are completely full of Gravity and Air. I won't say completely. There are some open spaces here, but there's not a lot. There's certainly a lot more cars here in storage than there were on April 15th. There's the view of April 15th. And as we continue further to the west, we'll look at the west end of this lot. Again, look at the cars up in the gravel area close to the factory. Started seeing a few of those during the last flyover, but there's certainly more of them now. And this storage or staging lot is completely full. A few car haulers here today. There's 4 now. There was one that I saw that I didn't get a picture of that was coming in as I was leaving the factory. This is just some more close-up views. This is the east side of the factory, the storage lots there. If you're interested in what sort of mix there is between Gravity and Air, you can see it in these more close-up pictures. So anyway, in April, after my last flyover, we took a drive in the Gravity from Phoenix to Yellowstone, back through Zion and back to Phoenix. I gotta say, the Gravity is really, really nice and comfortable on road trips. It handles well. It's extremely quiet. It's extremely fast too, and it's a lot of fun to drive. I'll say that for anybody that's been to Yellowstone, there is not a lot of charging options around Yellowstone. There's charging in Island Park. Those chargers are somewhat deteriorated and broken and not too reliable. And there's charging in Gardner up at the north end of the park. Rivian has a set of chargers up there, but nothing close by to Old Faithful. There are Tesla chargers, old V2 chargers in West Yellowstone. Non-Tesla vehicles cannot use those because the communication standard that Tesla used on the V2 only works with Tesla. It won't work with other vehicles. It's not part of the SAE standard. So you really need a car that has significant range if you want to go to Yellowstone. And when I was in Yellowstone, it was light snow most days, a little bit of sun here and there, but the highs were about 35 degrees each day. So if you want to be in the cold and travel around Yellowstone and see the sights in Yellowstone, you really need a car that has long range like the Gravity. We stayed at the Old Faithful Lodge, which was quite nice, and we were able to travel around Yellowstone, and then one day we traveled up to the north as we were looking at the Lamar Valley and the areas around there, and Mammoth Hot Springs. We went to Gardner and charged at the Rivian chargers. The Rivian chargers are a great location. They're overlooking the river, but we only got 49 kilowatts out of them, so rather disappointing in the performance of the Rivian Adventure Network there. Previously, when I've used Rivian chargers, they've always been quite good and have given me the full power that they're capable of, the 300 kilowatts. Of course, Gravity can take more than 300 kilowatts. It can take up to 400. During my drive to Yellowstone, I was able to see charging rates in the 390 kilowatt range initially at a low state of charge. So overall, the Gravity charges quite quickly. It's very impressive and very comfortable for road trips. I am planning a trip next week from Phoenix to Red Cliff, Colorado. Probably few of you have heard of Red Cliff, Colorado, but it's not too far from the Vail, Avon area in Colorado. So we're just finishing up, taking the close look at the west staging lots here, and some of the cars that are being charged there on the chargers on the west lot. But I'd say mostly Gravities. There's a few Air mixed in here or there, but mostly Gravities in different configurations, stealth versus non-stealth, different wheel sizes, etc. And I think since our last flyover, Lucid has named a new CEO, Silvio Napoli. I wish him good luck. I think there's some issues that Lucid certainly needs to address before they release the midsize. And then during the last earnings call, of course, they said the midsize was still on schedule for initial deliveries at the end of the year, but the ramp and higher volume production wouldn't occur until sometime in 2027. So, a few deliveries probably at the end of the year like they did with Gravity, and then a gradual ramp in 2027. That initial ramp is supposed to take place in Saudi Arabia at AMP1 rather than here in Casa Grande. So we'll see how that rolls out. I think the original plan was 6 months after Saudi brought up or launched the midsize, then they would start production here in Casa Grande. Of course, it looks like they're still working on the factory. I don't know what's facilitated inside the body in white area that just was finished and closed up within the last month or since the April 15th flyover that I did. One other thing I'd like to say is that Lucid just released an over-the-air update for Gravity called 3.6. This includes hands-free driving, fully automated lane change, active matrix headlights, I would say that hands-free driving in Gravity now is probably one of the best hands-free ADAS systems I have experienced. It's extremely good. It's very smooth. The automatic lane changes occur quite smoothly, and it's just a very comfortable way to drive. It doesn't scare me at all to drive the Gravity hands off, even in freeway traffic. It's quite good. When it decides to make a lane change, it is quite smooth on that. It's quite safe on that. It will not pass cars on the right, which I actually kind of like, because I don't think you should do that except in rare situations where you have no choice. So I like the way that the automated lane change is set up in the Gravity. The active matrix headlights are also quite good and quite nice at night, especially on freeways. Here we are at the Coolidge site, and I know that they're doing some prototyping of midsize here in Coolidge, but I did not see any midsize vehicles here as we did the flyover of Coolidge. We are on the east side of the factory again, looking to the west, flying to the north, and of course the test track is on the north side of the factory. So as we get further up there, there's a Gravity and an Air and a Nikola truck up near the test track, but nothing else, and there was nothing on the test track while I was out flying today. So really, I didn't see anything all that interesting on the west side of the factory. You can see there's a handful of both Air sedans and Gravity there in the background. When we get to the other side of the factory, we'll get a better view of them. And here we are. There's the Air sedan in camouflage and the Gravity in a special Gravity wrap in the Nikola truck. Just taking a look at the test track here to see if there are any cars out on the test track and what they might be. Last time we were able to see a Gravity with the Neuro top hat testing out here on the test track, but today I didn't see anything on the test track. So I think it's kind of nice that Lucid has its own test track that it can use for different situations and different cars, and I expect at some point I will see a midsize out here on the test track, or a midsize prototype coming or going from the factory, using some of the public roads in Arizona for testing. Here we are on the south side of the factory, the employee entrance, the employee parking. And you see there's actually quite a few people here working today on June 10th. And as we continue further to the west, we'll see the entrance to the factory supply area. It looked like there was a Gravity driving in there. Can't really see anything that's happening inside the factory. There's still some old Nikola trucks here. And it looks like, I don't know, maybe they're still using them because that one looks like it's moving. And as we get further to the north, we'll be able to see some of those Gravity and Air sedans they're out here. I don't know what the plan for these vehicles is. Hopefully over time we'll find out more, or I'll be able to find out more as far as what this factory is being used for. I had also heard that pre-delivery inspection for Arizona vehicles was being done in Coolidge, and then the cars were being sent up to Scottsdale for delivery. This is just a few pictures of the trip to Yellowstone. The first one was charging in Salt Lake City, which I thought was a great Electrify America charger, and of course the Old Faithful area here in Yellowstone. And I forget which geyser this is, but it's kind of cool to see the Gravity with all the steam coming up. This is near Mammoth Hot Springs. And this is actually in St. George, Utah, on the way to Zion. It was a nice stopover. We spent the night in St. George before driving through Zion. And of course, this is Zion National Park as we're driving back to Phoenix. So we drove from St. George through Zion and back. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching.